plus minus here. I'm here. 2 times 5, remember, 5 rows times columns. Plus 1 times 5 times minus plus 3 plus times minus 3 minus 3. Remember rows 10 times columns. 2 times 1 times 5 plus 3 times minus plus 2 times minus 3. What do I get? 10. 2 times this is 10. Plus 3 times minus 9. So 10 minus 9 is 1. Then 1 times 5 is 5 plus 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. So 5 plus minus 6 is minus 1. So this side equals to 1 minus 1. So how do we get x and y from here? So you can just say directly x is 1, y is minus 1. Or you open up this. If you open it up, you will have 1 times x, 2 times 5 plus 0 times y times 5 times minus. Then you come here, 0 times x minus 3. Minus 3. 1 times y. Remember 10 equals to 1 times 5. So this is x plus 0 times 0. X 0 is x. Then 0 plus y is y. 2 times this is 10 equals to 1 minus 1. Plus 3 times x equals to 1. 10 y minus 9 is 1. Think that is okay? That was question 13. Now we have 3 more. I hope you guys have not dropped out. Calculus is coming. 3 more. Just in a few minutes. Next question is given the simultaneous equations. Given the simultaneous equations, that is question 14. 5x plus y equals to 19 minus x plus 3y equals to 9. Write the equation in matrix. Hence solve the simultaneous equation. Write the equation in matrix, but has two parts. In matrix form, I said you just take the coefficient of x, which is 5. So determinant is 16. Then what is the inverse of this matrix? The inverse of this matrix becomes you change or you swap the leading numbers in the leading diagonal. So if this is 5 drops here and 3 goes up. So you just do 3, 5. Then you change the signs of the other diagonal. This is plus 1 becomes minus 1. And this minus 1 becomes plus 1 or just 1. You don't just indicate it. This, you divide every element by 16. Is the same as just putting 1 over 16 of that to make your work look neat. So this is the inverse. Then multiply, pre-multiply both sides by this inverse. So when you pre-multiply, this becomes 1 over 16 from here. 1 over 16, this goes here. 1 over 16 into 3, 1, minus 1, 5, times this our value. 5 minus 1, 1, 3. Then x, y. This, let me not. This is the inverse. Very good. So let us solve this side. Then we also pre-multiply the inverse by this. So this side, let's pre-multiply. 3 times 5 3 times 5 plus minus 1 times minus 1. Then 3 times 1 plus, remember there's a space here, minus 1 times 3. Then come here, 1 times 5 plus 5 times minus 1. Then 1 times 1 plus 5 times 3. Times xy equals to this value. No, the inverse, 1 over 16. Remember there's 1 over 16 here, class. This, 1 over the determinant into 3, 1 minus 1, 5 times 19, 9. So let's open up this. This is 15. 15 plus minus 1 times minus 1 is 1. So it is 15 plus 1 is 16. Then this is 5. 5 plus minus 5 is 5 minus 5, which is 0. Then this is 3 plus minus 3 is 0. Then this is 1 plus 15 is 16. So there's this 1 over 16 here. Remember, it's also bringing us an identity matrix. Then x and y equals to, let's multiply this. We have 1 over 16 into 3 times 19. 3 times 19 plus minus 1 times 9. Then 1 times 19 plus 5 times 9. Class, this gives you 1, 0, 0, 1. You just simply divide everything by 16 because of this. Then x, y equals to 3 times 19 is 57. 57 plus minus 9. 57 minus 9 is 48. Remember, we have 1 over 16 outside. Then this is 19. 1 times 19 is 19. 19 plus 45. 19 plus 45 is 64. Then this is x and y equals to 48 divided by 16 is 3. Then 64 divided by 16 is 4. Is it? Yeah. So x equals to 3 and y equals to 4. Simple. Question 15, we are finishing. Pardon. That question 14 has another section B. It has a part B. So x and y here is 3 and 4. So the next question B of it, this is a 10 marks question. Part A and part B. So part B says, find the distance of the point of intersection of a line 5x plus y equals to 19 and minus x plus 3y equals to 9. From point 11 minus 2, find the distance of the point of intersection. Point of intersection of 11 and minus 2 and 3 and 4. That is what that question is simply telling you. Find the distance. This distance, I said that distance can be size, can be length, can be modulus, can be magnitude. So distance is change in y squared plus change in x squared into the square root. As simple as that. So what is change in y? So if we start with 4, y value minus this y value minus 2, over change in x, which is 3 minus 11. Oh, sorry. Don't put over. Change in y squared plus change in x squared. Change in y is 4 minus 2 into change in x is 3 minus 11 squared. Everything is square root. You have to be very careful because even the best can make mistakes. Now, 4 minus 2 is 6 squared plus 3 minus 11 is minus 8 squared into the square root. This is 36. 6 squared is 36 plus minus 8 squared is 64 into the square root. This is simply the square root of 100, which is 10. But because they want the length, you write units because they've not given you a defined unit. Calculus. Hapa ndio the easiest mathematics. And by the way, it's not a joke because the moment you master this, you are home and dry. This must come. It must come. It must come. It must come. It must come. All these things I've done will come, by the way. So they can only change the numbers, the figures, but the setting style is the same because I took my time to get to know what are these examiners interested in. So, question 15. 3 more questions. Just stay put. Use differentiation to find the x coordinate of the maximum point of the curve. Sikiza kizungu hapo kwa makini. By the way, maths is the only subject that even if you don't understand English, you can still pass it. And maths is the only subject that even a grandmother can wake up na hesabu pesa yake. Umwambie ni saa ngapi atasema. 1 plus 1 atasema 2. So this is an easy thing. Use differentiation. Use differentiation. Then we'll do another one on integration. Use differentiation to find x coordinate of the maximum point. There is maximum and there is minimum. There is maximum and there is minimum of the point. For the curve is y equals to x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x minus 8. Use differentiation to find the x coordinate, not y, x, of the maximum point for the curve. And this is the curve. So at maximum point and at minimum point, dy dx is equal to 0. The gradient at that point equals to 0. At maximum point or at minimum point, these points, gradient equals to 0. At some people will baptize it as maxima and minima, or maximum and minimum. At maximum point or at minimum point, because the question can come ya minimum, useme oh Babu alisema tu maximum. At maximum point and at minimum point, dy dx or y prime or the gradient of a curve is 0. So this, we get dy dx. Now when you differentiate this, we are going to differentiate every value here separately. So x cubed means x raised to power 3. So when you differentiate, you drop the power, becomes 3x. Then the power 3, you subtract only 1. And you do the same thing to the rest. You drop the power, it becomes the coefficient of x. Then that 3 you subtract 1. You maintain this plus sign, You come here. You drop the power. Becomes 2 times 2, which is 4. Then x, 2, you subtract 1 from the power. Then you come here. This is to power 1. You drop the power. Becomes 4 times 1 times 4, which is 4. X, 1 minus 1. This minus 8, it is minus 8 x raised to power 0. Be careful here. I want to tell you how we are getting rid of this 8. Any number raised to power 0 is 1. A million raised to power 0 is 1. 1,000 raised to power 0 is 1. 2 raised to power 0 is 1. Okay? 8 raised to power 0 is 1. X raised to power 0 is 1. So I've just introduced an x value to tell you how we are going to differentiate this. So when you are differentiating this, you drop the power. So it becomes 0 times 8, which is 0. Any number multiplied by 0 is 0. That's how we are dealing with that part. So therefore, dy dx equals to 3x. 3x, 3 minus 1 is 2. Plus, this is 4x. 2 minus 1 is 1. So it is just 4x. Minus, this is 4x. Raised to power 1 minus 1 is 0. So if x is raised to power 0 is 1. So this number is only 4. So this becomes 3x squared plus 4x minus 4. This is dy dx or y prime. Dy dx or y prime. Then you are told at maximum point, the gradient of this curve is 0. So equate this gradient to 0 so that we get x values quadratically. So here we will have 3x squared plus 4x minus 4 equals to 0. So here we will look, this is a quadratic equation. We will look for two numbers. If we multiply them, it gives you 3 times minus 4. So if we multiply them, gives you minus 12. But if you add them, gives you 4 plus 4. So those numbers are 2 and minus, they are 6 and minus 2. 6 and minus 2. So, when you come here and solve this quadratically, you take 3x squared plus 6x minus 2x minus 4 equals to 0. This is a quadratic equation. So you factor 3x outside, 3x into 3x squared, x times, plus 2, minus factor 2 outside into x plus 2 equals to 0. So this is 3x minus 2 because these are the same. So you collect, you take 3x minus 2 into x plus 2. So you equate to 0. So 3x minus 2 equals to 0. X equals to 2 over 3. Here is x plus 2 equals to 0. X equals to minus 2. Remember, they want the x coordinate. They want one x value. Now, I said that at dy dx, at minimum or at maximum, the gradient function, I said gradient alone, the gradient function of this curve is 0. So when you come here, you have two values of x. You have x equals to 2 over 3, then you have x equal to minus 2. So you don't know what to do. Which x do you choose? Because if you reach here, you are still not getting your answer. So which x do we choose? So in choosing the next value of x, class, there are two ways you can use this. You can solve this. The first way is by plotting the x values. by plotting the x values. The second way is by getting a second derivative. Getting a second derivative. A second derivative. I just want to squeeze it here so that we learn something here. You can use a graphical method or a second derivative. It means that this is a first derivative, dy dx. When you get a second derivative, you will get d2y dx2 or y prime 2. This was y prime 2, which means that differentiate again. So when you differentiate this, we are differentiating 3x squared plus 4x minus 4 equals to y prime. So second derivative here, y prime, differentiate this, drop 2 here. I said you drop the power, which is 2 times 3, which is 6. Then x, then that power minus 1. Plus, it is to power 1, drop the power, which is 4 times 1 is 4, x, then 1 minus 1. Then minus, this becomes 0, because remember, I said here it is x raised to power 0, then you drop 0. 0 times 4 times x is 0. So y prime or d2y dx2 is 6x plus 4. Now in this, replace these two values of x. If it is negative, if the second derivative is negative, you take that value of x to be your answer. It is at maximum. If it is positive, then that is at minimum point. So you come here, y prime, take the first value of x, which is negative 2. Put negative 2 here. It will be 6 times negative 2 plus 4. This is minus 12 plus 4 is minus 8. Get the other one. Use 2 over 3. You get 6 into x is 2 over 3 plus 4. 3 here 1, 3 here 2. This is 2. This is 4 plus 4 is 8. Positive 8. So the second derivative is giving us negative 8 and positive 8. So you take the value of x that gave you this negative, which is negative 2. So our answer, the x coordinate equals to negative 2. I hope you are home and dry. Now, the simple explanation to this. You are told to differentiate. Differentiate normally. Then equate that, because the gradient function at maximum or at minimum equals to 0. So your first role is to differentiate once and equate to 0. Then solve for the values of x. You'll get 2 values of x. Solve quadratically. After getting 2 values of x, now you don't know which value of x you are supposed to take. Differentiate again. That is second derivative, which is y prime. It's called d2y dx2. If you differentiate again, then replace each of the x values in the second derivative. If it is negative, that is at maximum point. If it is positive, that is minimum point. Then you take that x coordinate that gave you the negative value, which is negative 2. If they wanted the minimum, it would have been 2 over 3, the x coordinate. Almost finishing. Question 16, 2 more. You are told the curve y equals to ax cubed minus 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. This curve has the gradient. The gradient of this curve, gradient is 7. When x equals to 1. Find the value of a. The gradient function is 7. What gives you the gradient? Differentiation. What gives you gradient is differentiation. Therefore, you differentiate this. So y prime or dy dx equals to, I said you drop the power, that is 3a x, then that power you subtract 1. Then you take this sign minus. You drop the power, that is 2 times 3, which is 6, x into 2 minus 1, minus this. Then you drop the power 1, 2 times 1 is 2, x into 1, subtract 1. Then when you differentiate a whole number, you get 0. I said this is x raised to power 0. So you drop power 0, 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times x is 0. So that gives you 0. So dy dx equals to 3a x squared minus 6x minus 2. This is 2 raised to power 0, which is 1. This is x raised to power 0, sorry, which is 1. If this is 1, 1 times 2 is 2. So, uondoe 2 hiyo. Now, from here, you are told that this gradient is 7. And x at x equals to 1. Find a. So where there is x, just put 1. So this is 3a, 1 squared, minus 6, x is 1, minus 2, x is 1 raised to power 0, is equal to 7. So this is 3a, minus 6, minus 2. 1 raised to power 0 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, equals to 7. This is 3a. Minus 6 minus 2 is minus 8, equals to 7. This is 3a, equals to 8 goes on the other side, becomes 7 plus 8. This is 3a, equals to 7 plus 8 is 15. A equals to 15 divided by 3. A equals to 5. Simple as that. Two more. Actually, one more. Question 17. But it has 2 more. There are 18, so 2 more. Now, this is an application. This one will come. No buts. This one will come. The displacement S. Displacement is distance. But distance is a scalar quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. Vector quantities have both magnitude and direction, size and direction. Scalar quantities don't have direction. They only have size. So the displacement S equals to 3t plus 3 over 2 t squared minus 2t cubed. Class, this is an application. This is an application for differentiation. This will come and you will not be told that it is an application. It is upon you to know. So if you see such a thing, just rush very fast and know that it is an application. So the displacement S meters of a particle moving along a straight line after t seconds is given by S equals to 3t plus 3 over 2t squared minus 2t cubed. First question, number A. Calculate its initial acceleration. Initial acceleration. Acceleration. Remember, we always have displacement, velocity, acceleration. Displacement, velocity, acceleration. Distance, speed, acceleration. We use displacement, velocity, acceleration. Is a vector. These are vector quantities. They want the initial acceleration. At initial acceleration, time is what? 0. At initial acceleration, time is 0 because you've not started moving. Time is 0. At initial acceleration, time is 0. So when you come here and you say displacement is equal to 3t plus 3 over 2t squared minus 2t cubed. Now, when you get the s dt, when you differentiate s with respect to t, you get what we call velocity. And when you differentiate velocity, you get what we call acceleration. So at this point, the s dt, you differentiate each. This is going to be 3t, then 1 minus 1. Plus, this is 3 over 2. You drop the power, which is 2, then t, 2 minus 1. Minus, you drop the power, becomes 3 times 2, then t, 3 minus 1. So the s dt equals to 3t raised to power 0. T raised to power 0 is 1, so this is 3. Plus 2 and 2. This is 3t raised to power 1, which is 3t. Minus, this is 6t squared. Now, remember we are talking about acceleration. Acceleration, not velocity. So acceleration, you further differentiate, second derivative, you further differentiate v with respect to t. So you get dv dt. This gives you acceleration. Acceleration. When you differentiate this further, because that is what the question wants, acceleration. So you come here. If you differentiate 3, you get 0. If you differentiate 3t, you get 3. Minus, drop the power, 2 times 6 is 12. Then t, 2 minus 1, which is t. So our acceleration is 3 minus 12t. But remember the question says, what is the initial acceleration? Initial acceleration, time is 0. So when time is 0, you replace t as 0. Initial acceleration becomes 3 minus 12 times 0 becomes 3. Because 12 times 0 is 0. So, but acceleration, the units is meters per second per second. Some of you can say meters per second squared, but meters per second per second. That is the initial acceleration. So let's come back here, class, because I want you to understand this. If you differentiate s with respect to t, you get velocity. If you differentiate velocity, v, with difference to t, you get acceleration. So you differentiate s, you get velocity. You differentiate velocity, you get acceleration. Then now you follow what the question wants. They say initial acceleration, which means at that initial acceleration, the time is 0. You just come and replace where t is 0. You get your free marks. Next part. These are different parts. This is a 10 marks question. Calculate the time the particle was momentarily at rest. Hapa sasa itabidi unaelewa kidogo, but it's very easy. Calculate the time the particle was momentarily at rest. At rest. The particle was at rest, not moving. At rest, velocity is 0. At rest, velocity is 0. So you just come because you've already differentiated velocity here. Then you equate this velocity to 0. Then get the time. That is what it wants. Just get the time. At velocity is 0. Because it was at rest. It is not moving. Velocity is 0. So you come here. You say, this is for velocity ds dt, which is velocity, equals to 3 plus 3t. I'm taking this. I'd already differentiated it. minus 6t squared. This equals to 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. So let me write it here. ds dt equals to velocity, which is equal to 3 plus 3t minus 6t squared. This equals to 0. So if this is 0, what are the values of t? So I want us to rewrite this nicely. I want them to cross on the other side so that we get, I want this to be positive. For it to be positive, it just crosses this side, it becomes 6t squared. Then when 3 crosses the other side, it becomes minus 3t. Then when 3 crosses the other side, it becomes minus 3, equals to 0. Then this this is a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, I can further, because I see 3 is common here, I divide everything by 3. So when I divide this by 3, I get 2t squared, minus when I divide this by 3, I get t, minus when I divide this by 3, I get 1, and when I divide 0 by 3, I get 0. I'm just trying to simplify it to make work easier here. So I look for two numbers. Two numbers, if I multiply them, will give us this 2 times negative 1. So if I multiply them, will give us negative 2. And if I add them, will give us negative 1. So what are those numbers? It is 1 and minus 2. 1 and minus 2. So therefore, this becomes 2t squared plus t minus 2t minus 1 equals to 0. Just solve this quadratically. Then factor the common, which is t, into 2t plus 1 minus, common factor here is 1, into 2t minus times minus is plus 1 equals to 0. So because these are the same, I collect the common, which is t minus 1 into 2t plus 1 equals to 0. Remember, I'm going to get two values of t. So t minus 1 equals to 0. T from here equals to 1. Then I have 2t plus 1 equals to 0. T equals to, when this crosses the other side, becomes minus 1 over 2. Now, be careful here, class. I've gotten a t which is negative, and I've gotten a t which is positive. So when t is negative, you say not practical. T cannot be negative, not practical. Then I take this value of t, and my t becomes 1 second. This is what I want. The time the particle was momentarily at rest. That is the time. The next question is, calculate the displacement by the time it comes to rest momentarily. Those are the same things. Remember, this question, part B of the question, tells you calculate the time the particle was momentarily at rest. We've gotten t as 1. Then it tells you calculate its displacement by the time it comes to rest momentarily. But what is the equation of the displacement? Equation of the displacement is S, that is part C. S equals to, the first equation to yenye iko hapa juu, 3t plus 3 over 2t squared minus 2t cubed. But remember, when it was momentarily at rest, time was 1 second. And they want displacement. So you just say S, just replace it here. 3 into t is 1, plus 3 over 2 t squared, which is 1 squared, minus 2 into 1 cubed. So S equals to 3 times 1 is 3, plus 3 over 2, minus 2. Here is 2. So S equals to 3 minus 2 is 1, plus 3 over 2. This is 1 and 3 over 2. This is 5 over 2, which is 2.5. Is it in meters or in meters? Distance, displacement. 2.5. You've harvested other marks. The last part D says, calculate the maximum speed attained. Maximum speed attained. Maximum speed. At maximum speed. At maximum speed. Or maximum velocity. V, velocity. No, acceleration. At maximum speed, acceleration equals to 0. At maximum speed, acceleration equals to 0. Because that is the maximum speed. So acceleration is 0. So what is acceleration? Acceleration, we already found it here. Acceleration was here. You already differentiated S, you get velocity. Differentiate velocity with respect to t, you get acceleration. And that acceleration is here, 3 minus 12t. So acceleration is 3 minus 12t. At maximum speed, the acceleration is 0. Then you get the value of t, you replace it where v was. Very easy. It just needs you to think slowly and concentrate. Do not read in a rush. Do not be discouraged. These are very easy things. So, what is the value of t? So, t will be equal to 3 over 12. You just solve this. 3 over 12. Now, dv over dt, which is acceleration, equals to 0 at maximum velocity. At maximum velocity. Now, t here is, you solve this, is a quarter. Now, from this a quarter, go where the equation of your velocity was. Equation of the velocity is here. You had already solved it. It's 3 plus 3t. That was dv, no, ds dt, which is velocity. Is 3 plus 3t minus 60 squared. Minus 60 squared. Then just come and replace this quarter here. Where t is, you replace it with 4. So this is 3 plus 3 times a quarter minus 6 times a quarter times a quarter. So this is 3 equals to 3 plus 3 over 4 minus 6 over 4 times 4 is 16. So you use a calculator. These are now very easy things. You just use a calculator. Let's find a LCM for this. LCM is 16. Then 1 goes into 16. 16 times 3, 48. Plus 4 goes into 16, 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 16 into 16, 1. 1 times 6, 6. 48 plus 12 is 60. 60 minus 6 is 54 over 16. This one is our velocity in meter per second, meters per second. But I want you to solve this. Calculator. That is 54 divided by 16. You get 3.375 meters per second. The last question, which is very brief. Now we've done differentiation, now we are doing integration. We finished with differentiation, now we are doing integration. But it is mixed integration and differentiation. That is question 18. The velocity of a particle moving at a straight line after t seconds is given by, velocity is given by 60 minus t squared plus 4 meters per second. Calculate the acceleration of the particle after 2 seconds. You have velocity. Remember, go with this principle, SVA. Displacement, velocity, acceleration. If you differentiate displacement with respect to time, you get velocity. If you differentiate velocity with respect to time, you get acceleration. If you integrate opposite acceleration with reference to time, you get velocity. If you integrate velocity with reference to time, you get displacement. So differentiation goes down and then integration goes up. So the question says the velocity of a particle is this, is given by this. Calculate the acceleration of the particle after 2 seconds. So acceleration, so you have to differentiate to get acceleration. That is dv dt equals to, when you differentiate 60, you get 6, minus, remember, you drop 2t. That's all. Then you are told this acceleration at t equals to 2 seconds. Just replace 2 seconds here. So it is 6 minus 2 times 2, which is 6 minus 4. You get 2, but it is acceleration. Meters per second per second. Meters per second per second. Or if you like, you say meters per second squared, but meters per second per second. Then the last part B now is the integration. Calculate the distance. Remember, we have velocity. Now they want us to move from velocity, we go up. Calculate the distance covered by the particle between times t is equal to 2 and t equals to 5. You've been given the velocity. They want the distance covered by this particle between these 2 times. So you integrate the integral sign of between 2 and 5. The limits are 2 and 5. Of what? Of our velocity given here, which is 6t minus t squared plus 4. All this dt. So integrate v with respect to t dt. Integrate. Now in integration, we are now moving opposite differentiation. In differentiation, you drop the power, you multiply by the coefficient of x. But in integration, you add power 1, then you divide by that power. You add 1 to the power, then divide by that power. So this is s equals to that. So here, come here. This is to power 1. Add power, add. Now let's come here so that my work becomes neat. 6t power 1 minus t squared plus 4 dt. This limits 2 to 5. This is s. Remember, we are getting s. So this is t to power 1. Add 1. Then what you get here is 2. Divide everything here by 2. Then come here. Add 1 to the power. You get 3. What you get there, divide by that 3. Then you come here, is t raised to power 0. Remember, there's a t raised to power 0, which is 1. Just add 1. So it becomes t raised to power 1, then divide by that 1. So when you come to the next level of integrating this, this becomes 3. 2 divided by 6 is 3t squared minus, this is t cubed over 3 plus, this is 4t with the limits of 2 and 5. Remember, I've now dissolved this integral sign. I've come here. The limits between 2 and 5. So I want the distance between this and this. So where there is t, I put 5. I calculate this, then I subtract t, then I subtract t values for 2. So where there is t, you start with 5. So you come here, you say 3, t, the first value is 5. So it is 5 squared minus this t is 5. 5 cubed over 3 plus 4, then t is 5. This, I subtract, now I use 2. I've already used 5. So I use 2. So I come here again. I do 3. Remember they want the distance between the 2. 3, t is 2 squared minus 2 cubed over 2 over 3 here plus 4 times 2. Now I open up this. Use a calculator. This will be easy. This is 25. 5 squared is 25 times 3 is 75. Minus 5 cubed is 125 over 3. Plus 4 times 5 is 20. Now 75 plus 20 is 90 minus 125 over 3. Come this side, there's minus 4 squared, 2 squared is 4 times 3 is 12 minus 2 cubed is 8 over 3. Okay, this is 95 because it is 75 plus 20. Then plus 2 times 4 is 8. Now, when you come here minus 12 plus 8 is 20 minus 8 over 3. Use a calculator. Use a calculator to solve this. You open up this. Acha nifanye hapa kidogo. 95 minus 20 is 75. Just use a calculator on this. Then minus 125 over 3. Then minus times minus is plus 8 over 3. Here the LCM is 3. 75 times 3. 15 to 25. 225 minus 125 plus 8. So 225 minus 125 is 100. Plus 8 is 108 over 3. So this is 108 over 3. 3 goes here once, here 3 times. Into 18, 6. So the distance is 36 meters. 36 meters. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this opportunity to thank you very much, the students who are in class, parents who are also in class. We will meet here again tomorrow from 7:30 p.m. to finish the remaining topics. I have assignment for you, students. Take this assignment seriously. Take this assignment seriously because they are part of the questions which are going to come in your Kcse examination, and do them. Also repeat, you will practice this again before your 4th exams. I know you have mathematics, paper 1 on 4th of November, then thereafter you will have a paper 2. So the assignment will be running on my screen, Facebook page. On Facebook page, the assignment will be running, and YouTube. YouTube is Babu Owino, Facebook is Babu Owino verified. Make sure you get those assignments and do them. So I will let them run for the next like 5 to 10 minutes. The assignment will just run. So do the assignments. Then tomorrow again, you don't have to finish the assignments today. But before exams, make sure you do the assignments and you repeat this that we've done today. Plus the ones that we'll do tomorrow, plus the assignments. There'll also be assignments for tomorrow. Your paper 2 will be on 10th of November. Paper 1 on the 4th of November. I wish you all the best. I know you are going to pass, and I know God is with you. And make sure you put God first. In everything that you do, put God first, because He's the one that is going to make you pass your exams. You can't just pass. A teacher cannot make you pass. It is only God who can make you pass. Babu cannot make you pass. It is only God who will make you pass. Because it is God who will make you remember everything that you've been taught. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. I want to thank the teachers who've been taking this time to prepare our candidates. we have your flowers. We thank you so much, teachers in this country. You should be added even salaries. I know you are being frustrated by Kcse and you are being frustrated by the national government. There are teachers who graduated 20 years ago, 2 years ago, they've never been employed. I want to tell the government to invest in education. Make education free from primary school, secondary school to the university. Otherwise, thank you very much. It is not a political session. It is an academic session. I love you all, comrades. I know you are all baskets of knowledge. You are the fountain of knowledge. And I love you all. Until we meet again tomorrow. God bless you. Asanteni.